To know to plan your... Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libitor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
And how about that weekend?
Yes, it was perfect.
Oh my God, it was so
like summer.
warm.
Yeah. So yesterday we hit 77 degrees for the high temperature.
Another record, huh?
Yes, another record, one on Saturday, one on Sunday, which was great. But right now we are starting out pretty warm already. We are going to be a little bit cooler today though. So let's take a look at the temperatures. We are mostly in the 40s and 50s. We have 54 degrees in Whitesboro, 56 degrees in Earlville and Richfield Springs. And today we will kind of remain around this temperature. The big news of today though is that it's going to be very windy, so keep that in mind. We are dry at this point. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. A cold front did move through last night. It is now off into the east. It did bring a few showers overnight, but we will be dry from now on through most of this week. So for today, it's going to be very windy. We are expecting wind gusts to reach up to 30 miles per hour. So it may feel a little bit cooler with high temperatures just near 60 degrees. Sunshine does continue for the week though. It is just going to be cooler than the weekend, but still around and above average for this time of year. And our next chance for some unsettled weather looks to be next weekend. We actually do cool down quite a bit, so we could possibly see some snow kind of mixed in with the rain next weekend. But as for today, we are seeing sunshine, dry conditions, very windy with highs right near 60. And coming up, I will talk a little bit more about this week and the sunshine, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Let's get right to it now. And Otsego County.
Welcome back. We were unseasonably very warm over the weekend. So yesterday we did beat a record. Our high was 77 degrees and it was 76 degrees in 1948. And even for the overnight low temperature, it only dropped down to 68 degrees. And that's been the record highest overnight low for November just in general. So we were very warm over this weekend. We had 73 degrees on Saturday, which beat a record. So very warm over this weekend, but things are going to change. As for this week, we are still around and above average, but looking ahead 6 to 10 days from now, it does look like our area is going to be below normal in temperatures. Even looking ahead to next weekend, it does look to start to get below normal in terms of temperatures. So if you did want to spend time outside, I would say yes for the next couple of days. We are going to continue to see sunshine through Thursday. Just today, it's going to be very windy, a little bit breezy tomorrow, but then we do start to warm up again for Wednesday and Thursday. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. The annual...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are tracking clear skies to start this morning, but there is some patchy fog, and it is going to be very windy today. So let's take a look now at our Cavity Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. We are clear skies to start. We will be seeing sunshine today. And it is going to warm up, but the big story of the day is that it's actually going to be very windy with wind gusts reaching up to 30 miles per hour. But even this morning, we are seeing some areas of patchy fog. I saw it on the highway when I was driving in here this morning, so just be careful when driving. It does look to start to lift around 7, 8 a.m. when the sun starts to rise, and we will be seeing sunshine for all of today. So if you are heading out the door this morning, I will grab the sunglasses and the jacket. We are just going to stay right near 60 for the high temperature today, so not as warm as over the weekend, but still above average in terms of temperatures for this time of year. And maybe give yourself just a little bit extra time if you are going to be driving through any areas of patchy fog. This morning, it does look to still be outside and looks to lift just around sunrise. But as of right now, we are tracking dry conditions, so it should be fine for that, the morning commute. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but we did see some scattered rain showers last night due to this cold front. Once this cold front did move through, that temperature from yesterday did drop, and it did leave behind windy conditions for today. So we are tracking wind speeds around 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts reaching up to 30 miles per hour. So very windy for today, and tomorrow it just will be a little bit breezy. It will start to decrease, and then for Wednesday and Thursday we will be seeing calmer and lighter winds come in for those days. It also does start to warm up for Wednesday and Thursday once again to temperatures in the mid-50s Wednesday and the mid-60s Thursday. But as for today, we are starting out already in the mid-50s. We will only reach right near 60 for the high temperature today. So right around lunchtime we will be right near 60 degrees. sunshine for the entire day, but very windy once again. And for the evening commute, we are going to continue to see sunshine, so definitely need those sunglasses for that. Around dinner time, temperatures will already be dropping into the mid-40s, and tonight it gets very chilly once again with overnight lows falling into the 30s. We haven't really seen that in at least a couple of days. As for tomorrow in the morning, we already start out cool. We are going to be in the 30s to start. A little bit breezy tomorrow, but still seeing the sunshine, and a little bit cooler as well with highs just in the upper 40s tomorrow. So for today, we will be right near 60s, still warm for this time of year, but definitely not as warm as we were over the weekend in those 70s. Very windy today, but we are tracking sunshine. And tonight we will be clear, but it is going to get cool again overnight with overnight lows in the 30s. So for tomorrow, election day, we will cool down a little bit more. Still seeing sunshine though, a little bit breezy with highs in the upper 40s. We will start to warm up again for Wednesday and Thursday with our next chance of unsettled weather looking to be on Veterans Day, Gary.
So get ready for a windy day today.
Yes, going to be very windy today, but at least we're still kind of warm. We will be right near 60s, so still kind of warm. Not like the weekend
Yeah, it
though.
got windy last night too, didn't it?
Yes, it did get windy yesterday.
We heard it.
Yes.
Hannah, thanks. The time now is 5:20. Livertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Well, this month is flying by, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's
already-
been very warm.
Already the 7th.
I know.
Crazy.
Already a week in November. We were very warm the past couple of days. Temperatures in the 70s. So feeling a lot more like summer than
Yeah,
November.
I think those days are behind us, though.
Yes, they do look behind us. We do cool down for this week, and then we look even cooler next week. So right now, let's take a look at the temperatures this morning. We are in the 40s and 50s. We have 53 degrees in Whitesboro, 55 degrees in Richfield Springs, and 47 degrees in Westmoreland. High temperatures today will reach just right near 60, but we are going to be very windy for today. On our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we are tracking dry conditions after a cold front moved through last night that did bring in scattered showers, but as of right now we are dry, and we will remain dry with sunshine for all of today. But the thing is, it is going to be very windy with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. We cool down a little bit more tomorrow, but sunshine does look to continue for most of this week with our next chance of some unsettled weather looking to start next weekend, and it actually cools down quite a bit next weekend, so we have some rain chances and possibly even some snow chances. But for today, we are on the warmer side for November. Highs right near 60, windy conditions, and we are tracking sunshine. And coming up, I will take a closer look at the wind conditions. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast, never more than 10 minutes away. More now.
Welcome back. This morning, our temperatures is being measured at 45 degrees at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. That dew point temperature is the same, so that is what gives us some fog. So there is some patchy fog this morning, and it does look to lift right when the sun is rising around that time. So 6:46 a.m. is the sunrise this morning, an hour earlier because daylight saving time did come to an end. So today we will reach high temperatures right near 60 degrees. We will cool down a little bit more for tomorrow. We will be in the upper 40s, and then we do slowly start to warm up again for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, cooling down next weekend. That's our next chance for some unsettled weather as we do see sunshine for most of this week. So for today, we are tracking sunshine, highs near 60, but very windy. We have a wind speed around 15 to 20 miles per hour and gusts up to 30 to 35 miles per hour, Gary.
Thank you. A search is still underway.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with a mix of sun and cloud, or clear skies and clouds this morning, and we are already in the 50s. So let's take a look now at the Cavity Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. The wind is starting to pick up at this point. We can see it shaking a little bit. It is going to be windy today, but we are still going to see sunny skies throughout the day, and it is still going to be above average in terms of temperature for November. We will be right near 60 degrees. But this morning, just be careful when driving. We are seeing some areas of patchy fog. I saw it this morning when I was driving on the highway. It does look to lift when the sun rises, which is going to be around 6:45 to 7 a.m. this morning, and then we will be seeing sunshine for the rest of today. So if you are heading out the door this morning, I would definitely grab the sunglasses. Sunshine is expected throughout the entire day, as well as your jacket, because we are going to be a little bit cooler than the weekends. We will not be in the 70s. We will be right near 60 degrees, so we will kind of range in the 50s today. So definitely probably need a jacket because it is also going to be very very windy. And maybe give yourself just a little bit extra time just in case you do have to drive through any areas of fog this morning. But we are tracking dry conditions at this point. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. And a cold front did move through last night, so we did see some scattered showers overnight. But at this point, we are dry. The cold front did leave behind this wind that we are going to be seeing today, and it did drop our temperature on the back end. We were in the 70s over the weekend, and now today we'll just be ranging in the 50s, right near 60 degrees for the high temperature. Wind speeds are going to be around 15 to 20 miles per hour, with gusts up to 30 to 35 miles per hour. So that is pretty windy. And as for tomorrow, it does start to decrease, just a little bit breezy tomorrow, kind of wind speeds around 10 to 15 miles per hour, with gusts up to 25. And then as we head into Wednesday and Thursday, the winds really start to lighten up at that point, and we do start to warm up for both of these days as well. But for today, we are going to start out with some fog this morning. That will lift, and then we will be seeing sunshine by noon. So around lunchtime, it's going to be very windy. Temperatures right near 60 though, so that is pretty warm for November at this point. And then as we head into 4:30 p.m. for the evening commute, we will start to drop in temperature. Temperatures just ranging in the low 50s with windy conditions, and definitely still need the sunglasses for that evening commute. By around dinner time, temperature will continue to drop. We will be in the upper 40s at this point, and overnight it is going to get pretty chilly again, with overnight lows falling into the 30s. As for tomorrow, it will just be breezy, not as windy as today. Still tracking sunshine tomorrow, but much cooler, with highs just in the upper 40s. So for the rest of today, we are going to be seeing sunshine. It is just going to be windy, and temperatures are going to be right near 60 degrees. That's still above average for November. As for tonight, clear skies will come in, and we will get pretty chilly overnight once again. So for Election Day tomorrow, we will be breezy with sunshine. Highs are just going to be in the upper 40s, so a little bit on the cooler side. We will start to warm up again for Wednesday and Thursday, and our next chance for unsettled weather looks to start on Veterans Day, Gary.
And how about our cooler overnight temperatures
Yes,
now?
those temperatures in the 30s, even 20s, Tuesday into Wednesday.
So finally, welcome to November, right?
Yes, welcome to November.
On the 7th. Hannah, thanks. The time now is 5 here with a look at what you need to know to plan your day. And what are we looking today?
So today we are going to be a lot cooler than the weekend. We were in the 70s over the weekend. We will just be near 60 today, but that's still above average for November. So
it was really wild this weekend, near 80.
Yeah, near 80 degrees yesterday. You didn't even need to wear a jacket or anything. You just wore a t-shirt and you were fine.
Yeah, welcome back summer.
Yeah, well, welcome back summer, but now it's going to get a little bit chilly again. So let's take a look at the temperatures to start this morning. We are mainly in the 40s and 50s, 55 degrees in Deerfield from our sky watchers, 42 degrees in Verona Beach, and 50 degrees in Old Forge and New Hartford. And looking to the south, still in the 50s, 56 degrees in Cooperstown, 57 degrees in Evanston and in Milford. Our high temperature today will just be right near 60. This is all due because a cold front moved through last night that left behind temperatures dropping a little bit, and it is going to be very windy. So this is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We can see the rain with the cold front has since moved off into the east, and it has weakened at this point. But for today, we are going to be seeing sunshine. It's going to be sunny for most of this week, but very windy today with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. As for this week, we will see sunshine through Thursday, with our next chance of unsettled weather looking to be Friday on Veterans Day, and it does start to get very chilly next weekend, so there is the possibility to see some snow mixed in with the rain, especially the end of next weekend. But for today, we are going to be seeing sun, still warm for November, but very, very windy, and I will be talking a little bit more about the wind conditions coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Let's get right to it now. And outside.
Welcome back. We were very warm over the weekend. Temperatures were in the 70s. That's summer-like temperatures. We hit a record on Saturday. We reached 73 degrees, and the record was 71. Yesterday, the record was 76, set back in 1948, and we reached 77 degrees. Also, our overnight low was only 68 degrees. That's the record highest overnight low for all of November. So we were very warm at night and very warm during the day yesterday, but things are looking to change this week, we still will be around and a little above average, but definitely a lot cooler than those 70s. And looking ahead 6 to 10 days from now, it does look like we are trending below normal in terms of temperatures. Even looking ahead to next weekend, it does look to get below normal at that time. So we did want to spend time outside. I would say yes through Wednesday. We are going to be seeing sun for today through Thursday. And the only thing I would say is today is going to be a little bit windy, but overall some nice weather, and it is still on the warmer side for November, Gary.
Thank you. The annual Freedom Fund.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with partly cloudy skies this morning, and there is some patchy fog, but we are going to be seeing sunshine today. So let's take a look now at the Cavie Tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Clear skies to start this morning and patchy fog, but we are seeing the sun. It is going to be very windy today, though, with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. So if you are heading out the door this morning, I would just be careful when driving. I saw some when I was coming in on the highway. It should look to lift in about 30 minutes to an hour as soon as the sun starts to rise. So it should get better, but just be careful when driving this morning. And if you are heading out the door, I would definitely grab the sunglasses because we are seeing sunshine for all of today, as well as a jacket. We are not going to be as warm as we were over the weekend. High temperatures are just going to be near 60, so today we will range in the 50s, and it is going to be very windy. Maybe give myself a little bit extra time as well, just in case you all do have to drive through any areas of patchy fog. But we are dry at this point. This is the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We look to see dry conditions through the end of the week, and we did see some scattered showers last night, but that has since moved out, so there may be some wet roadways this morning, but at this point it does look mostly dry. This cold front moved through, bringing in those scattered showers, and that dropped our temperature on the back end. We were in the 70s yesterday. Now we are just in the 50s, and it did leave behind windy conditions. We are looking at wind speeds today between 15 and 20 miles per hour and gusts up to 30 to 35 miles per hour. So to keep that in mind if you are going to be outside at all today. It does start to decrease tomorrow, just a little bit breezy with wind speeds around 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then Wednesday and Thursday, those winds really do start to lighten up. We also start to get warm on Wednesday and Thursday after a cool day tomorrow. So for today, we still are on the warmer side for the beginning of November. At this point, we are in the 40s and 50s, seeing clear skies to start. Around noon, though, we will be right near 60, and it is going to be very windy. For the evening commute, this is 4:30. We are still going to be seeing some sunshine, and temperatures will start to drop right into the low 50s. By dinner time, temperatures will really start to drop, reaching the upper 40s, and tonight we are going to be seeing a chilly night once again, not like the overnights over the weekend. We will be in the 30s. Tomorrow is going to remain on the cooler side. We will be breezy, and high temperatures are just going to be in the upper 40s tomorrow, but we will continue to see sunshine. So for today, the sun comes back in after some showers last night. Very windy, high temperatures reaching the upper 50s, right near 60. And as for tonight, we will get chilly once again overnight with our lows falling back into the 30s. So for Election Day tomorrow, it will just be a little bit breezy on the cooler side, highs in the upper 40s with sunshine. And as we head into Wednesday and Thursday, we will start to warm up again with our next chance for some unsettled weather being on Veterans Day, Gary.
So get ready for some windy conditions today.
Yes, today we're going to be windy, and it is going to be sunny, though, so it should be fine.
Good for us.
Good for us.
Hannah, thanks. And if today is your birthday, make it a great one. And here is the list. This half hour, I'm Gary Libertor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Hannah Evans.
A lot of folks talking about the weekend weather.
Yes, it was like summer.
It really was.
Yesterday we hit 77 degrees. We broke a record yesterday, and on Saturday we broke a record as well.
I had to go out and take the air conditioner cover out to
really?
put it back on.
Yeah, it was hot.
Yeah, it was really hot last night.
But things are going to change. So let's take a look at our temperatures this morning. We are in the 50s and 40s according to our sky watchers. 44 degrees in Inlet, 53 degrees in Clinton. And looking to the south, still in the 50s, 56 degrees in Cooperstown and 58 degrees in Morris and West Lawrence. So today our high temperature will be right near 60. That's still warm for November, but a lot cooler than over the weekend. And we are tracking dry conditions through the end of the week. So this is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 with Doppler radar. A cold front did move through last night. That brought in some showers, and that dropped our temperature as well as left behind windy conditions. So we are going to be seeing seeing the sun today, but it is going to be very windy. The sun looks to continue through most of this week, and our next chance for unsettled weather does look to be next weekend. It cools down quite a bit as well, so there is the possibility to see some snow mixed in with rain at the end of next weekend. But for today, we are going to be dry, highs still near 60, so still warm for November, just very windy, and I will be talking a little bit more about the wind conditions and the temperatures this week coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thanks, and don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast, never more than 10 minutes away. Now more on this.
Welcome back. This morning, we are waking up to 44 degrees being measured at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. We have a dew point at the same temperature, so when that happens, that usually creates some fog, so just be careful if you are driving through any areas of fog this morning. It should start to lift within the next half hour or so when the sun really starts to rise. And at this point, we are seeing calm wind speeds as well, but it is going to be quite windy today with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. But we are still above average for this time of year. High temperatures will be right around 60 degrees. That is above average for November, but it is cooler than those 70s we saw over the weekend. We will drop into the upper 40s tomorrow, but then we will start to warm up again for Wednesday and the end of the week, getting cooler as we head into next weekend with the chance of that unsettled weather returning. But for most of this week, we are going to be dry with sunshine. Today, high of 60 degrees. We are going to be seeing sunshine, but it is going to be a little bit windy, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. A search is still underway right now in Pennsylvania.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out this morning with clear skies and sunshine, a little bit some patchy fog, but today we will be still on the warmer side for November with highs reaching right near 60. So let's take a look now at the Cavie Tower camera. Should be a beautiful sunrise this morning. We are seeing some patchy fog in especially the valleys. You can see here on our camera that fog on the tree line, but at this point the fog is going to start to lift because the sun is rising and we will be seeing sunshine today, but it is going to be very windy. So if you are heading out the door this morning, the visibility looks a bit iffy. We are seeing some patchy fog to start, so just be careful when driving. And in the afternoon, definitely need the sunglasses because we will be seeing sunshine throughout the whole day. Today's featured cat is Solstice. He looks like he's chilling outside. A little bit windy today to be outside for too long for cats, but if you do want to be a part of this, you can go over to my Facebook page and look under my featured post and post a picture of your cat in the comments under that post. If you do head out the door this morning, definitely grab the sunglasses because we are going to be seeing sunshine today, as well as a jacket. We aren't going to be as warm as the weekend. We were in the 70s over the weekend, very, very warm for November. We will still be above average in terms of temperatures today, but it is going to feel a little bit cooler than the weekend. And maybe give yourself a little bit extra time just in case you do have to travel through any areas of fog. On our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar this morning, we are tracking dry conditions. A cold front did move through last night. That did bring in some scattered showers, but at this point we are dry. We will be seeing sunshine today once the fog does lift, and it is going to be windy. That's also left behind the cold front. Cooler weather as well, and wind speeds are going to be around 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 30 to 35 miles per hour. So a little bit uncomfortable outside if you are going to be outside anywhere. It's going to be a bit windy. As for tomorrow, though, it will drop down to a breeze and it really will start to lighten up on Wednesday and Thursday. So for this morning, we are starting out with clear skies with some patchy fog. Temperatures are in the 40s at this point. We will be in the mid-50s once the sun really starts to rise. By lunchtime, we will be right near 60, but once again, going to be very windy today with that sunshine. Later into the evening commute, we will be right around 50 at this point. Still seeing windy conditions and definitely need the sunglasses for the evening commute. And around dinner time, when the sun starts to set, temperatures will be in the upper 40s, so we will really start to cool down. Tonight, we really cool down. Overnight lows in the 30s, definitely a lot cooler than those weekend overnight lows. And as for tomorrow, we will still be on the cooler side with sunshine with highs just in the upper 40s tomorrow. So for today, we will be right near 60 degrees. That is still above average for November, but it is going to be very windy outside, and tonight we will cool down quite a bit with overnight lows falling into the 30s once again. So for Election Day tomorrow, we'll be a little bit breezy, but seeing sunshine, dry conditions, a little bit cooler, highs in the upper 40s. We are going to start to warm up again for Wednesday and then Thursday, and our next chance for unsettled weather looks to start on Veterans Day, Gary.
So a very nice day to get out and vote tomorrow.
Yes, it should be fine tomorrow, just a little bit on the cooler side, not what we're used to.
That's for sure. Hannah, thank you. Now to a story every parent. 7 a.m. I'm Gary Libertor.
Hannah Evans.
And let's keep this rolling, shall we? 80 degrees again today?
No. Yeah, so we were really warm over the weekend, but that's changed this week. We are going to be on the cooler side, but still above average for November.
Okay, maybe next May, 80 again.
Yeah, maybe next May. So let's take a look now at the bus stop forecast. We are starting out in the 50s this morning. We are seeing sunshine. There is some fog out there too, so be careful of that. By the afternoon, we are going to reach just right near 60. That's still above average for November, but it is going to be very windy today. We are going to be seeing wind gusts around 30 to 35 miles per hour. And tonight we will be chilly once again overnight with the low in the 30s, Gary.
Anna, thank you. Now let's get right to it. An Otsego County fugitive whom police say was on the run to a...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with sunshine this morning. Some areas of fog, but that will lift and we will be seeing sunshine with windy conditions today. So let's take a look now at the Cavity Tower camera. Overlooking the Mohawk Valley, we can kind of see the fog there in the valley, so just be careful when driving through areas of fog. But once that lifts, all of us are going to be seeing sunshine today. It is just going to be windy outside. So right now we are measuring 45 degrees at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome. When that dew point is at the same temperature, that is when we do see the possibility of fog coming in, which we do see this morning. Calmer wind speeds to start, but the wind is going to pick up today. We're about to measure 30 miles per hour wind gusts, so it is going to be pretty uncomfortable outside if you are outside for longer periods of time with the wind blowing. But today, if you are heading out the door, I would definitely grab the sunglasses. Sunshine throughout the entire day is expected, as well as the jacket. It's not too cool for the start of November. We are going to be right near 60 degrees, which is pretty warm on average for November, but it is not going to be as warm as it was this weekend in the 70s. So probably need the jacket, and you also need the jacket because of that wind. Maybe give yourself just a little bit extra time just in case you are driving through areas of fog. On our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we are tracking dry conditions for today. A cold front moved through last night. That did bring some showers, but at this point we are going to be dry for most of this week. A little bit cooler though, definitely than the weekend, and it is going to be windy today. Once again, wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour with wind speeds 15 to 20 miles per hour. We start to lighten up tomorrow. We'll just be a little bit breezy, and then lighter winds come in for Wednesday and Thursday, and we start to warm up for Wednesday and Thursday as well. So on our skycast for this morning, we are starting out with clear skies, just some fog, and it is going to start to get windy soon. Temperatures at this point are in the 40s to 50s. We will reach right near 60 around lunchtime. At this point, it is going to be pretty windy. Still tracking sunshine though. If you are heading anywhere during the lunchtime commute, definitely need the sunglasses. And then for the evening commute, the sun will start to set at that time. Temperatures will be right around 50 degrees. Dinner time, temperatures are already going to be in the upper 40s, really starting to drop. And overnight tonight, it will get pretty chilly again with overnight lows in the 30s and clear skies. Tomorrow, the sunshine will continue for the day, but it is going to be a little bit cooler with high temperatures just in the upper 40s, and still is going to be a little bit breezy. So for the rest of today, we are going to warm up to near 60, but we are going to be seeing sunshine, and it is going to be very windy. So I would just grab a jacket just because of that wind. As for tonight, we will see clear skies with a low in the 30s, so getting chilly again overnight. So for tomorrow, for Election Day, we will be a little bit cooler. Highs in the upper 40s. Still tracking sunshine though, a little bit breezy. We start to warm up again on Wednesday and Thursday with our next chance of unsettled weather starting on Veterans Day on Friday.
A look at your forecast. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us now. And Hannah, another nice day out.
Yes, it is very nice outside. It's warmer for November, but it is very windy.
Yeah, a lot different from yesterday. We're near 80.
Yes, so yesterday our high temperature was 77 degrees, so very warm for the beginning of November. But things are going to change now. So right now we are measuring 61 degrees at the Gervais Park Airport in Rome. It is very windy outside. We have a wind speed coming out of the northwest at 21 miles per hour. Wind gusts today expected to reach up to 30 to 35 miles per hour, so very windy, but we are seeing sunshine and warm weather for the beginning of November. Things are going to cool down a little bit tomorrow for Election Day. It's still going to be sunny and dry, but temperatures are just going to be in the upper 40s for the high. We start to warm up again on Wednesday. Still seeing the sunshine, so overall this week it should be nice and sunny with warmer weather, especially for the beginning of November. We are still above average, so if you did want to sit outside, go for a walk, go for a run, go on your patio, I would say yes for today. Even through Thursday, we are going to continue to see sunshine and nice conditions. So for the rest of the day, it is going to remain windy. Highs are just going to be right near 60 with sunshine, and we'll be talking a little bit more about the temperatures this week coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Utica police say...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are seeing sunshine for the rest of this afternoon, but it is quite windy outside with wind speeds around 20 miles per hour right now. So let's take a look at our Utica National Tower camera overlooking Main Street in Cooperstown. At this point, still tracking sunshine. Once again, very windy, but still warm for the beginning of November. Not as warm as this weekend, but if we take a look at what our sky watchers have, we are in the 50s and 60s. That is above average for this time of year. 65 degrees in Mohawk, 61 degrees in Clinton, and 58 degrees in Cassville. Overall, high temperatures today will range in the lower to mid 60s, but we will continue to drop in temperature for the rest of the afternoon into the evening. Tonight, it is going to start to be chilly again with overnight lows in the 30s. So if you are commuting at all here at this lunchtime hour, definitely grab those sunglasses. It is quite sunny and it is windy, so keep that in mind for the rest of the day, especially for the evening commute. It will remain windy. Today's featured cat on Nala's Neighbors is Solstice, and if you do want to be a part of this, you can go to my Facebook page under my featured section and leave a comment of your cat's picture under that post, and I feature different cats every day on this segment. Now, we are still tracking dry conditions on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, but once again, very windy coming out of the west. This is because a cold front moved through yesterday. That dropped our temperature from those 70s we saw over the weekend, and it did leave behind pretty high wind speeds. At this point, we are measuring 15 to 20 miles per hour wind speeds and wind gusts up to 30 to 35 miles per hour. So it is feeling quite uncomfortable outside, and it is a big change from the weekend. So here's a look at what happened yesterday. We reached 77 degrees for the high temperature. That broke a 1948 record high of 76 degrees, and we had the highest low overnight in November. Our low temperature was 68 degrees. That is very, very warm for a low temperature, especially for the beginning of November. Things are going to change this week. We are a little bit cooler, but still pretty nice days to spend outside for today. Even through Thursday, we are tracking sunshine for all of these days with temperatures ranging in the 50s and 60s. Unsettled weather doesn't look to come in until next weekend. So right now we are measuring temperatures in the upper 50s, low 60s. Still windy, but we are tracking sunshine. And for the evening commute, the sun will be starting to set at this point. Definitely need those sunglasses for the sunset if you are driving. Still windy as well. Around dinner time, maybe a little after, we will be in the 40s at that point, so getting a little bit cooler, and we quickly will cool down overnight as we see clear skies and overnight lows in the 30s. Tomorrow, though, we are going to continue to see sunshine. Still a little bit breezy, but it is going to be on the cooler side tomorrow with highs just in the upper 40s. So for the rest of the day, expect high temperatures in the low to mid 60s, sunny and windy outside, so keep that in mind. It may feel a little bit uncomfortable because of that wind speed around 20 miles per hour right now. And tonight we have a low in the 30s, so we are back to those cooler overnight low temperatures. We are going to remain cool for Election Day tomorrow, but shouldn't have a problem getting out to the polls. It's going to be dry and sunny, a little bit breezy. We start to warm up for Wednesday and Thursday with our next chance for unsettled weather on Veterans Day, Gary.
So get out there and vote tomorrow.
Yes, for sure. You should have no problems getting there. Just a little bit chilly.
Beautiful. Hannah, thank you. Hospital look at the weather in this half hour. Once again, meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us, and once again, another nice November day.
Yes, so it is very warm for the beginning of November. Not as warm as the weekend, but we're in the low 60s, some of us in the mid 60s, and the only thing is that it is very windy outside. That's the only thing I could
we'll
say.
take 60s in November.
Yes, we will. So let's take a look now at the temperatures. We are measuring 61 degrees at the Griffith Park Airport in Rome, but I will remind you that the average high for this time of year is upper 40s, low 50s, so we are in the 60s. That's pretty warm. The only thing I would say is that it's very windy. We are measuring 21 miles per hour right now coming out of the west, and we are seeing sunshine. Over the next few days, it is going to remain sunny through Thursday. It does get a little bit cooler tomorrow for Election Day, but highs are just going to be in the upper 40s, so that's right around average. Still a little bit breezy tomorrow, but dry. And Wednesday and Thursday, we will start to warm up again to the 50s and even into the 60s on Thursday. So if you did want to spend some time outside, maybe on your patio if you work from home or to eat lunch, I would say yes through Wednesday, even Thursday. We are going to be seeing very nice days this week with the chance of unsettled weather not looking to come in until next weekend. So for the rest of the day, expect sunshine, windy conditions. Temperatures are going to be right in the low 60s, and I will be talking a little bit more about this upcoming week coming up, Gary.
Yeah, Hannah, thank you. Investigators are looking into it.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking sunshine for today, and it is pretty warm for the beginning of November, but it is very windy outside. So let's take a look now at our Utica National Tower camera overlooking the main street of Cooperstown. Once again, seeing sunshine. Very windy, so may feel a little bit uncomfortable if you are standing outside for too long, but overall, warmer than average for the beginning of November. Not as warm as the 70s this weekend, but we are still mainly in the 60s. So according to our sky watchers, we are in the 50s and 60s, 61 degrees in Clinton, 65 degrees in Mohawk, and 58 degrees in Cassville. Through the afternoon, we are going to start to drop in temperature, and tonight it is going to get very chilly once again overnight with lows in the 30s. So those overnight lows in the 30s are back again after kind of being spoiled over the past couple of days. On our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we are tracking dry conditions at this point. A cold front did move through last night that brought in some showers, and it did leave behind higher wind speeds. So as of right now, we are measuring wind speeds around 15 to 20 miles per hour with gusts up to 30 to 35 miles per hour. So with this really dry air that we are seeing and this very windy conditions, there is a moderate risk for wildfires. So I wouldn't recommend having any fires today or burning anything outside, just because fire can spread very easily in conditions like today with dew point values in the 20s and very high wind speeds that are in the 20 miles per hour wind speed zone. But it is still a pretty nice day outside with sunshine, warm weather for the beginning of October or November. Definitely a great time to spend outside. Same thing with tomorrow, Wednesday and Thursday. We will be just a little bit cooler tomorrow, but we will start to warm up again on Wednesday and Thursday, and those wind speeds will have calmed down at this point. So right now we are measuring temperatures in the upper 50s, low 60s, very windy, but we are seeing sunshine. By the evening commute, we will start to see the sun starting to set because daylight saving time has come to an end. So definitely need those sunglasses when driving home. Still windy at this point, temperatures dropping into the low 50s, and around dinner time, we will already be in the upper 40s. Temperatures will continue to drop tonight pretty quickly. Overnight lows will be in the 30s. That cooler weather overnight is back. And as for tomorrow, we don't warm up too much. We will see sunshine, still a little bit breezy, and high temperatures are just going to be in the upper 40s, but the good news is that we will start to warm up again for Wednesday and Thursday. So for today, we do have a high in the low 60s, very windy, but we are seeing sunshine. Overall, a pretty nice day, warm day for the beginning of November. It does get chilly tonight with an overnight low in the 30s. No frost is expected though. For Election Day tomorrow, it should be an okay day to go out and commute and go to the polls. We are going to be dry with sunshine, just a little bit breezy and a little bit cooler. We will start to warm up again for tomorrow and Thursday with the next chance of unsettled weather on Veterans Day, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Well, just as Utica...
Let's get over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Gorgeous day today. Windy, though.
Yeah, windy and cooling off, and that theme is going to continue as we head into Election Day. This is a look at the Election Day forecast. Don't let the weather stop you. Looking at breezy conditions, chilly in the morning, but it looks to be a sunny day across all of central New York. Temperatures in the mid-40s for the high. So again, much cooler weather here for Tuesday. The weather starts to warm up, though, as we look ahead. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Stern Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It is dry. Our current temperature is 50 degrees. And yes, we've had that wind out there today. It stays breezy this evening. The winds back off a bit tonight, but they'll be back tomorrow, just not as strong. Clear and breezy this evening. Temperatures in the low to mid-40s. Tomorrow morning, if you're up before sunrise, there will be a total lunar eclipse taking place. We're going to go over the times when that is happening and also what sky conditions look like first thing tomorrow morning. And that's coming up. Back over to you.
Bill, thank you. A gun stolen from the...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. A cooler, breezy day today. Temperatures cooling off into the 50s this evening. Let's take a live look outside. Of course, the sun has already set. We are still getting some twilight, though. It's a live look at our CAB tower cam. Clear skies, and with winds continuing to remain blustery this evening, it's going to keep temperatures from falling as quickly. And still, we're expecting overnight lows to drop down into the low 30s. If you're up before sunrise tomorrow, there is going to be a total lunar eclipse taking place. This is when the Earth's shadow is cast on the moon. It begins at 4:09 in the morning, but the majority of the eclipse will be seen between about 5 to 6:30 a.m. The maximum eclipse, where it reaches the middle point here, is going to be 6 o'clock in the morning. The moon will look red, so the moon doesn't completely disappear, but it should be a great view. We're expecting clear skies across central New York. You'll be able to watch this until about 6:45, and that's when the moon will dip below the horizon. But again, sky conditions expected to be clear. Should be a great event if you are going to be up at that time. And if you're not, might be worth getting up anyway. Live look outside. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Stern Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are looking quiet. Big story, the breeze. It's going to be a breezy day tomorrow. The winds will not be as strong as today, but you will notice them again. The winds will be generally light Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so we will get away from the wind for a little while. Temperatures continue to cool off this evening. Dollinsville 52, Little Falls 53, Whitesboro 51. Across the southern valleys, Norwich 52, Hamilton 48, and Cooperstown checking in with 52. If you're taking the dog out for a walk this evening, just remember to bundle up and also be visible somehow. Again, as we head past sunset here, temperatures will be in the 40s. Tonight's featured dog is Chance from Westmoreland. If you want to be part of this, head to Bill's Buddies on Facebook. Skies remain clear tonight. Overnight lows drop down into the low 30s. Tomorrow morning, 7 a.m., sunshine. The breeze picks up as we head into the afternoon, and it's chilly. Temperatures will be in the low 40s around lunchtime, and will climb into the mid-40s in the afternoon. Cooling off tomorrow night. I'm expecting overnight lows to drop down into the 20s. So a chilly start to Wednesday morning. Wednesday, more sunshine is expected, and it's looking to be warmer heading into Wednesday afternoon, with temperatures climbing into the mid-50s. Tonight, clear skies, a low of 31. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, breezy, temperatures in the upper 40s. Stern Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather continues to warm up to the mid-60s Thursday and Friday, and then a strong cold front arrives, bringing temperatures down into the 40s and even 30s as we look ahead to next Monday. So big swings in the temperature. Coming up in the next half hour, we're looking at a tropical system that may end up affecting our weather later in the week.
All right.
All right, Bill, thanks. You very, very dark outside, by the way. Already.
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 We're not liking that. All right, one guarantee.
Meteorologist Bill Curtis is tracking down south. I think, is this Nicole?
This is Nicole.
Okay.
Not very impressive right now, but this is going to impact Florida, potentially becoming a hurricane here as we head into the next 48 hours. This system could play a role in our local weather, too. So let's track it. This is the National Hurricane Center projection, making landfall in southern Florida Thursday morning, as very early Thursday morning, as possibly a Category 1 hurricane, producing winds up to 75 miles an hour. The track of this storm takes it to the north and east, and this is our more classic track with the storm heading up the east coast. Looking at some of the early projections with computer models, this is two examples of them, and they both show the heavy rainfall may end up impacting our local weather. This would be Friday night, And this is a fast mover, so this would be almost entirely Friday night. Some good news here, the system should be moving quickly, but we could be talking about some locally heavy rain. We will be keeping an eye on that, and again, if this looks likely, we may have to go into alert mode here. We'll keep you posted. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are looking quiet. Clear skies this evening. Full moon on the rise. Temperatures will be in the 40s. And we're tracking some really nice but chilly weather here for the next couple of days. A look at that forecast is coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Wheelchair racers.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to track some cooler weather working into central New York. Cold front came through last night, and we're feeling the wind with it today. Let's take a live look outside. This is a live look in Cooperstown. Our Utica National Tower Cam is showing clear skies, and it will stay breezy this evening. The breeze will be around tonight as well as tomorrow. Heading out to vote tomorrow, the weather looks chilly, but we are looking at sunny skies, dry conditions. The winds will be picking up throughout the afternoon. Temperatures start out in the low 30s. We'll climb into the mid 40s. And that's as warm as we get tomorrow. So a big change in the weather. Went from upper 70s yesterday to mid 40s by tomorrow in just 2 days. And the cool weather will not be sticking around as we look ahead. Some warmer temperatures will return. Of course, it won't get quite as warm as we saw over the weekend. And that was record-breaking warmth. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are looking quiet, windy tomorrow, but the winds will be subsiding over the next couple of days. So we won't be dealing with the wind all week. Winds will become light on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Skywatchers checking in this evening. Norway, Donna with 50 degrees. Bill and Old Forge 45. Eric and Inlet 48. West Leiden checking in with 47 degrees. Across Southern Valleys, Morris checking in with temperatures in the mid 40s. Cassville 47, Whitesboro 52, and Paynes Hollow with 50 degrees. As we look at our Storm Tracker 2 Skycast, skies remain clear tonight. We're expecting overnight lows to dip below freezing. Most of us fall into the low 30s by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. Again, the winds do pick up heading into tomorrow afternoon. It won't be as windy as today. Temperatures only in the low 40s at around lunchtime. So again, a chilly day. Tomorrow afternoon, the temperatures climb into the mid to upper 40s. It's cold tomorrow night. We're down into the 20s for most areas. The winds start to turn into the south for Wednesday, and that's going to allow for warmer temperatures to return. It's a chilly start Wednesday, but I'm expecting temperatures to climb into the mid to upper 50s as we look ahead to Wednesday afternoon. Tonight, clear skies down to 31, a light breeze throughout tonight. Tomorrow, looking at sunshine and chilly with high temperatures in the mid 40s with that north-northwest wind kicking in, especially in the afternoon between about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather gradually warms up. We'll be in the mid 60s Thursday and Friday. And then we're keeping a close eye on the remnants of Tropical Storm Nicole. That likely brings some rain to our area Friday night and Saturday. Could be potentially heavy. We'll keep an eye on that. It gets much colder here for the weekend. In fact, cold enough for some lake effect rain and snow showers as we head into Sunday and especially Sunday night. Temperatures only in the upper 30s on Monday. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we've got the latest details on a total lunar eclipse expected tomorrow morning. Stay with us.
Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
We are looking at a generally nice election day tomorrow weather-wise. Temperatures will be chillier with highs only in the mid-40s, but we're expecting sunny skies and a breeze. It won't be as windy as it was today, but we will notice that breeze throughout the afternoon. If you're getting up early tomorrow, temperatures will be in the 30s first thing in the morning. We'll climb again into the mid-40s in the afternoon. Also wanted to make mention, we don't normally think of this type of weather promoting brush fire spreading, but it's really dry, very low humidity with breezy conditions, especially with the wind we saw today. We do have the risk for any wildfire spreading very quickly, and you certainly don't want to be burning anything outdoors, including those leaves. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are looking quiet, down to 49 degrees. Tonight we'll drop down into the 40s and eventually down into the 30s, and that full moon is on the rise tonight. It'll be turning red first thing tomorrow morning. We have a total lunar eclipse. We'll take a look at what times to expect that, and a look at some warmer weather ahead too. Look at the forecast coming out. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. A gun stolen
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Cooler, breezy weather has returned to central New York. Temperatures will continue to drop tonight, and it's going to be a pretty chilly day tomorrow. Let's take a live look outside. This is our Cavay Tower cam. Of course, it's now pitch black now that we've changed the clocks. We are expecting clear skies and a great view of that full moon. The full moon will be turning red tomorrow morning. We have a total lunar eclipse taking place. That's when the Earth's shadow is cast on the moon. This event begins at 4 o'clock in the morning, but you really start to notice this about 5:15. That's when the moon will start to turn red. It becomes completely red around 6 o'clock. And viewing should be great locally. We're expecting clear skies across all of central New York. It will be chilly if you're going to be spending time looking at this outdoors. Temperatures will be in the low 30s. This will come to an end at about 6:45 as the moon sets below the horizon. But again, it should be a great view across central New York. And again, something worth waking up early for. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Stern Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are looking quiet across the area. It was a windy day today. The breeze is back tomorrow. The winds will be turning lighter throughout the rest of the week as colder air works in from the west. It's one of the big reasons why we're seeing so much of that wind today. Forestport 46, Yorkville, Dave checking in with 51 degrees, Barneveld 48. Across the southern valleys, we've got West Lawrence with 53, Mark and Milford 46, and Carroll and Worcester with 55 degrees. This is what will be developing into Tropical Storm Nicole, likely making landfall near southern Florida early Thursday morning. The reason why I want to point this out, though, is that this has the potential of affecting our local weather Friday night and into Saturday. It's a fast mover, but our projections, our computer models are showing this may impact our weather still several days out, but this could potentially bring us some locally heavy rain. It's expected to be moving pretty fast, so that is some good news, and I think this is mainly Friday night. Most of this is gone by Saturday morning. Stern Tracker 2 Skycast, clear skies tonight. It's chilly. We're starting out tomorrow morning in the 30s. Noontime tomorrow, still chilly. Temperatures in the low 40s. We make it into the mid to upper 40s Tuesday afternoon. Clear skies tomorrow night. Temperatures drop down into the 20s. Heading into Wednesday morning, another cold start, but it looks warmer Wednesday afternoon. Clear skies. Winds turn into the south. It's going to help bring temperatures into the mid to upper 50s. Clear skies tonight down to 31. Beautiful day tomorrow. Sunshine, high of 48. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Kind of a roller coaster ride with temperatures here. We're into the upper 60s by Friday. Strong cold front arrives, and then we go the other direction. In fact, it might be cold enough for some rain and snow showers heading into Sunday night and into Monday.
After such a mild November, that's really hard to hear. Hard to process that.
We'll get through it. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. Time now for a first look at the forecast tonight with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. And before we talk temperatures, the lunar eclipse tomorrow morning.
And we should be able to see it here in central New York.
That's even better.
It's rare, clear skies or a lunar eclipse, at least in November. We're in a very cloudy month, but we should be able to see this tomorrow morning. This is before sunrise. You got to get up early.
Okay.
It looks like the eclipse should be seen best between about 5:16 to about 6:45, and then the moon will be setting in the sky. So we're looking forward to this. Those of us that will be up, worth your time as we take a live look outside. It's clear. We're going to have a clear night, and you can see the full moon out tonight, shining nice and bright. When that lunar eclipse takes place, the moon's going to turn red, so it's not going to disappear. It'll just turn red during the eclipse, and again, it's worthwhile to wake up early for that. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Stern Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, clear skies, chilly, down to 39. The winds continue from the west-northwest around 7 miles an hour. The winds will be subsiding here as we head throughout tonight. Clear skies down to 31 degrees. A beautiful day tomorrow, a lot cooler. We're tracking our next chance of rain. Look at that forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. This man was special.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're taking a live look outside. This is our Utica National Tower Cam overlooking Cooperstown. You can see the flag moving around. We still have that wind out there tonight. That's going to keep temperatures from falling as much as they could. We're still talking about overnight lows, though, in the low 30s. Nice shot of the full moon on the rise. This picture from Terry. The moon is bright tonight. And it's going to be turning red as we head into tomorrow morning as we see that full lunar eclipse taking place right before sunrise. Election day tomorrow, looking at sunshine, chilly day. You want to keep the jacket handy. You'll need the sunglasses. We're looking at sunshine throughout the day, clear skies into the evening as well. So whether you're voting early, in the middle of the day, or later on, it's going to be a pretty chilly one across the board. Temperatures will be falling quickly tomorrow evening, so if you're going to be voting on your way home, again, just plan on dealing with some of that chilly weather. But again, it is looking dry. It's been very dry. In fact, it's been so dry that we actually have the risk for brush fires spreading. Very dry, windy conditions with the ground being bare along with, or I should say the trees being bare. It keeps things very dry. And even though we had rain yesterday, it's still very dry. So you don't want to have anything, you don't want to burn any leaves in your yard over the next several days until conditions change. So live look at the Yorkville Battery Stern Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, looking quiet. Windy conditions tomorrow again. Winds won't be quite as strong as what we saw today. We're looking at lighter winds for the remainder of the week. We're watching the development of Tropical Storm Nicole, which will make landfall in Florida early Thursday morning, likely as a Category 1 storm. The latest projections do bring this system into the Northeast, potentially bringing us some heavy rainfall on Friday night. There's some disagreements as to where the heavy rain sets up, whether it's in central New York or just to our south and east, but we will be having to watch that closely. It's a fast-moving system, but again, some heavy rainfall is possible. We're watching that here for later in the week. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight, clear skies. Again, a chilly start to the day tomorrow. Lunchtime, we're in the mid-40s. Sunshine, that north wind taking place in the afternoon. Chilly here by 5 p.m. Temperatures tomorrow night, I think we're going to drop down into the 20s, which will be the coldest night so far this season. And then Wednesday morning, it's a cold start, but it should be a nice Wednesday and warmer too. Wednesday, we're looking at temperatures back in the mid-50s. Clear tonight down to 31. Beautiful day tomorrow, but chilly, a high of 48. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. We're looking at generally quiet, warm weather towards the end of the week. Again, watching the remnants of Nicole for Friday night and into early Saturday. I think the heaviest rain falls overnight. And then it gets cold. I think we're talking about lake effect rain and snow showers potentially Sunday and into Sunday night. We could be seeing some snow, especially north. Again, that's far out, but still worth pointing out.
The warmth is behind us.
For now.
For now. All right, thanks, Bill. Coming up next, issues at Twitter. Time now for our first look at the forecast tonight. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis, and we're not just talking about cool temperatures, we're talking about cool science.
Yeah, we've got a total lunar eclipse taking place tomorrow morning, and we'll be able to see it.
Well, that's nice for a change, right?
In November, you can't take that for granted for sure. This is a look at some of the times that we're talking about. You got to be up early tomorrow morning. The total eclipse begins at 5:16 and it ends at 6:41. So you're looking for a red moon tomorrow morning.
And so best time, like 6 o'clock, right? Like that's peak.
Right, and you're going to be looking towards the west. By that point, the moon will be lower in the horizon. So again, sky conditions expected to be clear. It is clear out there tonight. So let's take a look at the Yorkville Battery Stern Tracker 2 Doppler radar. That's allowing for temperatures to cool off pretty quickly. We're already down into the 30s, current temperature 38 degrees. We still have a northwest wind at 8 miles an hour. The winds will be around tonight. The winds will be around tomorrow too. We're expecting overnight lows to drop down into the low 30s. Quite a bit of weather taking place this week. Some chilly days ahead. We also have some warmth, some rain, and even the possibility of some snow as well. Got it all. Go look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. This man.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are taking a live look outside. Our Utica National Tower Cam is overlooking Cooperstown. Look at the flag. You've got a breeze out there tonight. The breeze is going to continue through tomorrow as well, and we're looking at some pretty chilly temperatures. Looking at the moon earlier this evening, this is Terry Potosny in St. Johnsville. The moon again turning red first thing tomorrow morning as that lunar eclipse takes place. Again, sky conditions are looking clear. Election day is looking sunny. Temperatures will climb into the 40s, so it will be a colder day and a lot colder compared to yesterday. Yesterday we were in the upper 70s. Tomorrow we'll only be in the upper 40s. But it will be a sunny day, and again, it will be breezy too. If you're voting early or later in the day, again, still dealing with the wind and chilly conditions. Another thing to think about too, and I just want to highlight this, is that it's been incredibly dry lately. We've had a pretty dry fall, and with low humidity and wind tomorrow, that's a recipe for brush fires spreading. So we continue to urge you not to burn anything outdoors, at least for the next couple of weeks until we start to get more rainfall in our area. Live look at the Yorkville Battery, Stern Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet across the area. Windy tomorrow. The winds are not going to stick around. I think the winds will become much lighter for later this week, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. The winds will be generally light. We're watching the Atlantic. We've been watching the development of a new tropical storm, which is going to become Nicole, likely turning into a hurricane. This is escalating pretty quickly. Category 1 storm hitting South Florida early Thursday morning. There is the potential that this could influence our weather. When you look at the long range here, the 5-day track will eventually put this somewhere along the East Coast, potentially into the Northeast. Some of the early projections do bring the rain locally for Friday night. Several days away, but we could be talking about a heavy rainfall Friday night coming to an end early Saturday. We will keep you posted on that. I just want to give you the early heads up. Looking at our Stern Tracker 2 Skycast, we're dry tonight. It's chilly tomorrow morning. Some patchy frost is possible. We start out in the 30s. The wind picks up throughout the day. At noontime, it's still pretty chilly. We're only in the low 40s. We'll make it into the mid 40s in the afternoon. Cold tomorrow night. The winds become light. Overnight lows drop down into the 20s. It's looking sunny on Wednesday, too. Wednesday's looking warmer. Looking at temperatures climbing into the mid 50s. Clear tonight down to 31. Tomorrow, beautiful day, but again, cold and breezy, high of 48. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. We warm up pretty substantially. We're back into the 60s Thursday and Friday, and then we swing the other direction. Again, some heavy rainfall possible Friday night, and then it's cold. In fact, cold enough for the potential of some snow here as we look ahead to Sunday night and Monday.
All right, so there's an explanation. Because I know you're wondering, and you're wondering, where are the Powerball numbers?
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
$1.9 billion at stake. So here's the why. The drawing is delayed due to a participating lottery needing extra time to complete the required security protocols. I'm not sure what that means, but I do know that if we somehow get those numbers before the end of this show, we will put them up on the screen for you. I'm not surprised to hear something like this.
A lot of people are waiting. They want to go to bed, Jay.
The Twitterverse is exploding right now. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Speaking of, coming up next, issues at Twitter.